Honestly, comparison is one of the best and also worst things you can do. What's going on, guys? My name is FreezeWave, and if I ask you how are you doing, I would hope the answer is well. Today I want to talk about the idea of comparing yourself to others, because it can be terrible, but I think it can also be a bit helpful. And I feel like people kind of they miss that aspect of it. Because why is Ronaldo the best soccer player of all time? Because comparing him to literally every other human on the planet, he's better than them all. And I mean, you can argue about Messi. I don't care about soccer. You know what? Let's change it to a better sport. Football. Tom Brady, the goated quarterback, because he's the best of all time, because you compare him to all of their quarterbacks. Also, it's literally everyone else in the world I just offended. Sucks to be you. I'm kidding. Anyway. But yeah, you can apply it to any sport. If you're talking about like women's tennis, Serena Williams, baseball, Babe Ruth. Like, the reason we're considered the best is because they're better than everybody else. How we evaluate how good we are at things compared to everybody else. Like, if I invented a brand new sport, I was the only one who knew how to play it, I'd be considered the best in the world. I would be very good at it. But if I taught everybody around me how to play it and they were all better than me, suddenly I'd be very bad at the sport. So, saying like, oh, you can't compare yourself to others, I think is kind of dumb in that respect. But I think overly comparing yourself to others is bad, because really, especially if you have goals, let's say like maybe school oriented or like in life, like going to the gym or work, like a job or something, you should only really be comparing that stuff to your past self, because everybody started at a different place. Everybody has different talents, maybe in the case of the gym, different genes that helps them out. So it's hard unless you start at the exact same time as somebody in something. You both have no knowledge of it or anything, and you both work the same amount. Like, that's the closest thing you can have to comparison, because no matter what, there's going to be different factors involved. So really, you should only compare yourself to yourself when it comes to that stuff. But I do think that if you can, let's say, compare yourself in minute details, let's say like, oh, in a few years, I want to be like this person, kind of, that could be helpful because it could set like a goal. But the problem also with that is if it doesn't work out, then you feel like, oh, I'm worthless. This person did this in this amount of time and I couldn't. And it takes away from your self-esteem a bit, because again, you don't know all the factors in somebody's life. It's impossible to know that. They could have external help. They could have anything helping them out, and you just don't know that. You have other things in your life that they don't have. There's probably a lot of things that you do that people wish they could. I got a lot of comments about that in my last video where I talked about like judging whether you're good at something or not, which kind of is similar to this idea. So really compare yourself to yourself the most, your past self, because when you obviously day-to-day changes you don't really see, but when you really look back like a few months, even years, that's when you really notice big changes, especially if you're consistent with things. And I think consistency is the best in any skill you're trying to learn. Consistency. You just got to stay consistent with it, and then when you look back in the past, you say, oh wow, look at all the progress I made. But I do think, to an extent, comparing yourself to others around you, saying like, hey, everybody's putting in this much work and I might be putting in more, and I can see how I'm doing better. Or the opposite, whereas everybody else is putting in way more work, I should put in some more work so I can keep up a bit. I think that's healthy comparison. So really, you have to have a healthy amount of comparison to others around you and other people in general. Because if you just focus on, oh, if this is what other people are doing, it's gonna pull you down. When you're learning skills, just anything, really, it's gonna pull you down because you don't know what's going on in their life. But I do think some healthy comparison in certain aspects can really help you, motivate you, push you along. But yeah, that's all for the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, give me a nice thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. And email me any questions you have, and I'll cover them in future videos. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye.